music videos over and over is this guy loves to jump up and do a roundhouse kick for absolutely no reason at all. Maybe he was just stomping the yard. And caught her head. There's no excuse for domestic violence. Kinda sounds like a challenge. There's no excuse? Does everything have to be so black and white in this kindergarten country of ours? What if you come home from a long day at work and your wife has drowned 2 of your kids? She's about to dump the third one. Can you run over and pop her then? No, there's no excuse. You're gonna have to let her finish. What if you ask her to DVR the game, but she forgets to record the half-hour show after the game, just in case it goes into overtime? The point is there's a gray area. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure my girlfriend found mine on week 1 of the NFL this year. I asked her to record the game of the week on NBC, which she did, but not NBC HD. Yeah. And then she says to me, well, at least you still get to watch it. I'm like, yeah, no, I pay extra money so I can watch TV like poor people. You know, I don't even feel bad for cheating on you this weekend. It's a joke, honey. I don't cheat on my girlfriend. I get the one rule. Alright? You got Tiger Woods, Jesse James, they thought they were above that. That's silly. Relationships almost have zero chance of working to begin with. But you've got to be faithful. And listen, don't get me wrong, I fucking hate my girlfriend. But I get it. You know, and you can't explain it to women either, like, oh, what, do you want to hook up with some skank? Yeah. Excuse me? No, it's not you versus skank. It's you versus every skank. Do you see how the scale shifts in the other direction at that point? It's like she's a mighty Spartan warrior. But eventually all these Persian whores will kill her. It's not as good as I can explain it to her. I love when people are covered in tattoos and it always freaks people out. They're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. What do you think you're going to look like at 90? Nobody that's covered in tattoos will ever see 90. Okay? You've never been struggling with life's big debates and been like, oh, you know who I should talk to? That wise old man that has a snake coiled around his neck. If ever there was a guy that was spot on with every decision he was faced with, it's the guy that has a fucking spider on his head. Listen, I don't like tattoos. That's my own opinion. I have tattoos. I'm not a fan of them. Every year on my birthday, I get a small dash on my inner thigh where my balls currently hang. You can't tell me that's not going to be a work of art when it's finished. My grandkids will be playing with my balls. Like, what the fuck are these? I'm like, it's your future. Read the charts. They don't stop growing. They're like earlobes. Do you want me to fix the economy? I can. It's very simple. And young people, try to listen to this, okay? Because it actually will work. Be prepared to work really fucking hard your entire life and die. See, the problem is people get to retire at 65. That's nonsense. That was an age that was set when people would die at 66, 66 and a half. People live forever now, and our economy can't afford that. Okay? I don't know how old my grandparents are, but I know they should fucking be dead. And trust me, they don't want to be alive either. There's not a welcome mat at their front unit in Naples, Florida, because they do not resuscitate that's nailed to the door. The only thing you are legally allowed to do when you see one of my grandparents on the ground is a finishing move. Hadouken! That's mine. That's why it's so silly when people say, oh, Brett Favre should retire. Really? Instead of making $12 million a year to play a game? Yeah, I'm going to keep playing. Oh no, Brett, the whole world thinks you should retire. You said $12 million, right? They can go fuck themselves. Just for 5 months on Sundays. Yeah, no, I'm going to keep playing. What about in 5 years, he's not good enough to be a starter. We give you a backup on the team. You know what that pays? About $3 to $5 million. Yeah, I'll go ahead and sign that contract now. I'll take it. About 10 years, not good enough to be a backup, but he could be on the practice squad. Do you know what that pays? $850,000. I'll fucking do it. Athletes hate life after sports. We should force them to play out their entire lives. How cool would that be? See some 70-year-old on special teams return a punt? He gets hit, he explodes, he dies with honor. And can we knock it off with this morality, especially about football players? Let's juice these monsters up. I'm a fan. I can care less. I want to watch freaks. Hear about steroids in sports? Certainly baseball. Baseball's a strike away from being soccer. And if you like soccer, well, welcome to America. See, our country already has entertainment, so watching people chase a ball for 4 hours to end 0-0 is not enjoyable unless, of course, the bleachers collapse and half of Europe dies. Or you're watching that girl from the University of New Mexico play. She seems pretty competitive. I don't know if you remember her. She was yanking chicks down by the hair, kicking chicks in the pussy. I can only assume her father had a huge gambling debt and everything was riding on that game. And she's out there, I'm doing this for you, Paul. Squish. They don't make a shin guard for that, do they? Baseball. Don't worry about your record books in baseball, they're fine. For every superstar that's done steroids, 1 billion AA boys have juiced up. So the playing field is plenty even. And we'll put an asterisk next to Barry Bonds' name as soon as we put one next to Babe Ruth's name. Getting to break records before black people were allowed to play? Excuse me? Where the fuck is that asterisk? Oh, I'd love to know how many homers the Babe would have hit had CeCe been throwing 92-mile-an-hour sliders. Maybe the fat boy would have put the cigar down and quit pointing had Jose been allowed to swim 90 miles to throw him a junk ball. And if you don't follow, 90 miles is the distance from Key West to Cuba. Jose is the stereotypical name for a Latino ball player, and a junk ball is an impossible pitch to hit yard any place except the new Yankee Stadium, which is a fucking joke. The point is the record books might look a little different had our country now been founded by racists. And that's about how I thought that joke would be greeted here in Texas. I love that in 2010 you're not allowed to shit on the founding fathers. Why not? Fuck them. They were racist pieces of shit with a handful of good ideas. I just hope when they were signing the Declaration of Independence, they shot each other a courtesy glance. All men are created equal. You know what we mean. Now give me some hot coffee, boy. At least we're not women, right, fellas? Oh. What is that like? Is it horrible to know you're number 2? Fucking it's not my beliefs, it's my observations on the world I live in. If it changes, I'll adjust the material accordingly. Just don't be one of those dumb chicks that tries to justify it. Oh, no, it's great. Free drinks is worth not having equality. You are in a great country to be number 2, because at least in America it's close. Men are here, women are here. Some countries it's like this, and house cat is right there. That's a bad country to be a woman. You don't get lost on a hike there, you'll end up on YouTube without a head, and there's no web redemption for that. Doing well. He's an asshole. I've been told that before. Alright, let's lighten it up. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I had diarrhea today. Am I using that website properly? Sometimes I like to sit on the toilet in reverse. We're listening. It's nice. You can lean on the tank, like, oh, I'm gonna be here for a while.